Hi, I'm Lauren Hayes, Chips and AI Hardware Analyst at Alphatica. Today I'm breaking down what many are calling the second DeepSeek moment. A Chinese AI lab just rattled the market. Here's what happened, why it matters, and what it means for the trade. Beijing-based Moonshot AI released Kimi K3 overnight. It is a 2.8 trillion parameter model, the largest open-weight AI system ever released. The benchmarks are what spooked the market. Moonshot claims K3 performs competitively with Anthropic's Fable 5, currently the most advanced publicly available model. It substantially outperformed Opus 4.8 and OpenAI's GPT 5.5 on coding and general agent tasks. One independent benchmark from Arena AI ranked K3 as the best model currently available, ahead of Anthropic. The price is the real story. K3 costs $15 per million output tokens. Fable 5 costs $50. That is 70% cheaper for performance that Moonshot claims is in the same class. The market reaction today. NVIDIA closed at $202.81, down 2.2%. Alphabet down 2.2% alongside news that Gemini 3.5 Pro will be delayed. Micron closed at $848.95, down 0.5%. The AI infrastructure complex sold off, but memory held up better than expected. Apple was the standout, closed at $333.74, up slightly on the day. HSBC upgraded Apple to buy on favorable CapEx plans and leverage from its installed device base to monetize Apple Intelligence. When the market questions whether $1.4 trillion in hyperscaler CapEx is too much, Apple's lower spend model suddenly looks attractive. But here is why this sell-off is an opportunity, not a warning. First, the demand argument. DeepSeek's R1 model in January 2025 proved that cheaper inference creates more demand for compute, not less. After the initial DeepSeek shock, the chip stocks recovered and went on to their best run in history. Cheaper models expand the addressable market for AI applications. Every company that couldn't afford $50 per million tokens can now experiment at $15. That is a demand accelerant. Second, the hardware argument. Kimi K3 has 2.8 trillion parameters. Running a model that large still requires massive GPU clusters, HBM memory, and power infrastructure. Cheaper inference models don't reduce hardware demand. They increase utilization and create demand for more deployment capacity. Third, the timing. This launch came 1 month after the U.S. government pulled Anthropic's Fable and Mythos models over security concerns. China's open AI ecosystem is filling the vacuum. Moonshot, Minimax, and DeepSeek are releasing increasingly powerful models at lower cost, while the most advanced U.S. models are being restricted. Now the actionable read. The DeepSeek playbook tells you exactly what happens next. The January 2025 sell-off on DeepSeek was the buying opportunity of the year. The thesis that cheaper models reduce infrastructure demand was wrong then. It is wrong now. Nothing announced today changes the structural case. Morgan Stanley raised hyperscaler CapEx to $1.4 trillion this week. SK Hynix's CEO said supply-demand is tight beyond 2030. IBM's CEO said clients are pulling spend towards servers, storage, and memory. Cheaper models accelerate adoption. They do not replace infrastructure. Micron at $849 with a consensus target of $1,576 from 45 analysts. That is 86% upside to target, the widest discount we have tracked. The data says this is noise. The cycle is structural. Cheaper models are fuel, not fire. This is Alphatica. We track the data.